Yeah, I mean, His Excellency said, wrong decision, we do a rematch. So that's what we know. He's a man of his word. We know he's supported Dmitry Bivol. We thank him so much, not just for the opportunities for Dmitry Bivol, but what he's given boxing tonight by making that fight. And there has to be a rematch because Artur Beterbiev, there's always going to be the controversy of that fight.
Boxing pros have reacted to Artur Beterbiev's controversial win over Dmitry Bivol. Artur Beterbiev claimed victory over Dmitry Bivol by majority decision on Saturday in Saudi Arabia, securing the unified light heavyweight title. At 39, Beterbiev displayed dominant power, leaving Bivol's face bruised and swollen beneath his left eye. Though the 33-year-old Bivol demonstrated sharpness in his punches, he couldn't avoid taking too many hits. He's powerful. Very powerful, Bivol said. Beterbiev outlanded Bivol in power punches 90-86 according to DAZN. But Beterbiev said, "Today I'm lucky too." It was awarded 114, 114, 115, 113, and 116, 111 by the judges. Beterbiev dealt Bivol his first career defeat, boosting his record to 21-0, though for the first time, he couldn't secure a knockout. Bivol's record now stands at 23-1. Beterbiev stepped into the ring holding the IBF, WBC, and WBO World Light Heavyweight titles, while Bivol arrived as the reigning WBA World Light Heavyweight champion. Both boxers, who were born in Russia, showed interest in competing again. "If His Excellency wants to, we gonna do," Beterbiev said, referring to Turki Al-Sheikh, who is the chairman of Saudi Arabia's General Entertainment Authority and has become a key matchmaker of boxing.
And he's a true champion. What other fight is there for Artur Beterbiev? I mean, the whole world will want to see that again. The whole world will know. I'm sure there's some that found a Beterbiev victory, but everybody I know that knows boxing didn't tell me that at ringside.
Bivol said, "Why not, of course? If I have a chance to, yes, this is my dream to be undisputed champion. Of course it's a tough fight, because Dmitry is a world champion too. He has good skills, maybe better than me. But today," Beterbiev added, lifting his boxing gloves skyward, "Allah chose me." Bivol was congratulated after the fight. He said, "I am a warrior. I have to do everything perfect, and I don't have an explanation because it could look like excuses. I just say congratulations to Artur and his team. He deserve it." In round 1, Bivol starts off sharp, snapping out quick jabs. Beterbiev responds with a cautious jab, lacking the same snap. Both fighters are testing the waters, but Bivol keeps the pressure on with his jab. He adds a left hook for variety, then strings together a crisp left-right combination. As Beterbiev begins to pick up momentum, Bivol ends the round on a strong note. Bivol takes it 10-9. In the next round, Beterbiev comes out swiftly, leading with his jab. Bivol answers right back with a jab of his own, and it seems like he's ready to stick with that strategy all night. Beterbiev is pressing forward but hasn't found an opening yet. Bivol's footwork is keeping him elusive. Bivol 20, Beterbiev 18. In round 3, Beterbiev charges forward with urgency, pressing the action early. Bivol remains steady, firing off jabs in response. A sharp exchange follows, with Bivol launching into a quick offensive. He stays mobile, but Beterbiev closes the gap and lands a solid right. Bivol quickly retaliates with a right hand of his own. The fight starts to get more physical, with Beterbiev showcasing his strength. Bivol leads 29-28 over Beterbiev. Beterbiev grows more confident in round 4, methodically closing the distance on Bivol. Yet, Bivol remains composed, responding with sharp counters. As Beterbiev charges forward, Bivol disrupts his momentum with precise counterpunches, while his high guard absorbs much of the impact. It's a battle between Beterbiev's powerful right and Bivol's quick jabs, punctuated by the occasional combination. Score: Bivol 39, Beterbiev 37. In round 5, Beterbiev resumes his relentless pursuit, but Bivol remains unmoved, holding firm in the center of the ring. They clash in the middle, where Bivol connects with a sharp right, momentarily sparking Beterbiev into action. Beterbiev responds with jabs, continuing his hunt, yet his devastating right hand remains absent. Bivol absorbs a stiff left and a punishing shot to the body, but he counters swiftly with a strong left of his own. The round ends with Bivol ahead at 48, Beterbiev trailing close behind at 47. In the next round, both fighters clash briefly in the center of the ring before Beterbiev asserts his dominance again. He forces Bivol backward with a powerful right hand. Bivol, still light on his feet, counters with a crisp combination and works the body. Beterbiev fires back. For a moment, Bivol stands his ground, exchanging heavy shots, but smartly steps out of range. Evenly matched, 57-57. In round 7, Bivol starts the round with an overhand right, but it doesn't seem to faze Beterbiev. Quickly, Bivol shifts into motion, landing a combination of a right and a left before ramping up his offensive. In response, Beterbiev charges back aggressively, forcing Bivol against the ropes. As the round closes, Beterbiev unleashes a flurry of punches. The score stands at Beterbiev 67, Bivol 66. In round 8, the fighters return to the center of the ring, where Bivol starts to stalk his opponent but quickly eats a jab. Cheers erupt for Bivol, but the support may not be enough as Beterbiev seems to be gaining momentum. Bivol swings wildly with a big right but misses. He demonstrates solid defensive skills, though Beterbiev manages to slip in a few punches. Bivol rallies in the final moments of the round. The score stands at Beterbiev 76, Bivol 76. Bivol methodically stalks his opponent in round 9, while Beterbiev seems at ease, utilizing his jab and advancing steadily. Bivol lands a solid left, followed by a series of body shots, then swiftly retreats. He pauses to unleash a flurry of punches, digging in with a left hook. With his exceptional footwork, Bivol showcases his ability to counter effectively. The score reads Bivol 86, Beterbiev 85. In round 10, Beterbiev initiates the action with a powerful right, prompting Bivol to retreat. Despite Bivol's attempts, Beterbiev successfully deflects many of his strikes while increasing his own output. The crowd rallies behind Bivol with cheers. He retaliates with a solid left and right combination. However, Beterbiev responds with a barrage of punches, ending the round on a high note. The score remains tied at Bivol 95, Beterbiev 95. In the next round, Beterbiev advances steadily, leading both fighters to establish themselves in the center of the ring. Bivol lands a solid right punch on Beterbiev, who continues to press forward. Gaining momentum, Beterbiev traps Bivol against the ropes, unleashing a flurry of punches with both hands. In response, Bivol fights back, but Beterbiev relentlessly charges, pinning Bivol against the ropes. Bivol shields himself from the onslaught as the round closes, with Beterbiev holding a narrow lead, 105-104 in his favor. In the last round, Bivol's left eye is nearly closed, a testament to the fierce battle. Beterbiev exudes strength and determination, while Bivol appears cautious and uncertain. Despite this, Bivol holds his ground and unleashes a rapid combination of punches. Beterbiev methodically advances, relentlessly pursuing Bivol with powerful right hands. As he intensifies his assault, Bivol counters fiercely, trying to regain momentum. By the end of the round, Beterbiev has the upper hand, though Bivol is determined to make an impact. The score stands at Beterbiev 115, Bivol 113.
I want to say thank you everybody who was supporting me, who believed in my skills, and I want to say sorry that I didn't do perfect and I didn't get my belts, but I hope I will have a chance. How Edia saying, how His Excellency told that he wants to make it, and I hope we will. I will do better. I hope I will try to be better.
Though some may take issue with the term undisputed, Artur Beterbiev is the current unchallenged light heavyweight champion of the world. The current champion of the WBO, IBF, and WBC titles at 175 pounds has now added the WBA belt to his accolades, triumphing over Dmitry Bivol via majority decision after a gripping 12-round battle. Throughout the fight, Beterbiev maintained an aggressive approach, but Bivol showcased his exceptional counterpunching skills, leaving the outcome of their exchanges in a state of uncertainty. Ultimately, one judge declared the match a tie, while two awarded Beterbiev the win. The outcome sparked a lively debate within the combat sports community. Opinions varied widely. Some voiced their discontent with the judge's decision, others expressed disappointment with the fight's dynamics, while many took the opportunity to applaud Beterbiev for achieving his new four-belt champion status. Controversial boxing star Ryan Garcia simply wrote, "Wow, robbery if you ask me." Gervonta Davis tweeted on X saying, 116-112 is diabolical. Was the judge even watching the fight? Shakur Stevenson tweeted on X saying, 115, 113, 116, 112. He later added, "Boxing is so terrible." Claressa Shields tweeted, "This fight didn't live up to the hype to me. 114, 114, 113, 114, 115, 112. Beterbiev." Darren Till tweeted on X saying, "Judges again, great fight. I had Bivol slightly. These scorecards are ridiculous as always. BlockPix tweeted on X saying, just when we thought boxing was back, one judge scores at 116, 112 for Artur Beterbiev. What a joke. Dmitry Bivol, what a fighter. Tony Bellew tweeted, I've got Bivol winning that. The last round was so close again, but I just feel Bivol landed the better shots all night long. Great combinations, great fight. Beterbiev was outstanding. Nearly 40 years old, and he's finishing fights as strong as he did when he was 20. Well done to both warriors. In a dramatic showdown where raw power met exceptional skill, it was the former that emerged victorious, solidifying Artur Beterbiev's dominance in the light heavyweight division. He delivered Dmitry Bivol his first career loss, seizing his titles in the process. This bout put an end to the debate over who truly reigns supreme at 175 pounds, offering fans an unforgettable spectacle that will be remembered for years to come. The intensity peaked as they faced off in the center of the ring, setting the stage for an epic battle. Artur Beterbiev entered the ring as the unified champion, proudly holding the IBF, WBC, and WBO titles. After an intense bout filled with powerful exchanges and relentless action that went the full distance, the judges awarded him the victory with scores of 114, 114, 115, 113, and 116, 112. With his win over Dmitry Bivol, who had held the WBA belt until the final bell, Beterbiev claimed the title of undisputed champion. Notably, this match also marked the end of his impressive knockout streak, which had spanned 20 consecutive fights. Although the bout concluded the discussion surrounding the undisputed champion of the light heavyweight division, it did so amid significant controversy. The reason? A considerable number of observers believe the judges ought to have declared Dmitry Bivol the victor. In fact, a majority within the boxing community had wagered on the 33-year-old's success, including notable figures like Alexander Usyk. When asked for his prediction, the undisputed heavyweight champion said, I guess Bivol. He has good legs, good movement. I watched the fight with Canelo Alvarez. Good boxing, defending, counterpunch, and combos. During the bout with Alvarez in May 2022, Dmitry Bivol emerged victorious by unanimous decision. Many analysts, including Sean Porter, anticipated a similar outcome against Beterbiev, drawing conclusions from the dynamics of the fight on October 12th. Given that Porter wasn't alone in this belief, let's delve into the details. Beterbiev opened the bout by applying relentless forward pressure, skillfully layering his punches behind a series of jabs. In contrast, Bivol utilized subtle footwork, keenly searching for openings to exploit. He effectively countered with sharp 1-2 combinations. Although Beterbiev initially dominated the exchanges, his approach ultimately backfired. Bivol's adept ring management and composure enabled him to neutralize Beterbiev's formidable power. Furthermore, Beterbiev effectively utilized his straight right punches, maintaining a consistent 1-2 combo, while Bivol favored his flurry of combinations. However, the dynamics shifted in the fourth round when Beterbiev's unyielding pressure began to wear down Bivol, with body shots leaving him perplexed. The bout was fiercely competitive and went the full distance, ultimately resulting in a victory for Beterbiev. The championship rounds proved crucial, a fact clearly reflected in the statistics. As reported by CompuBox's Ben Chan, Bivol connected on 50% of his power punches, while Beterbiev only landed 29% of his. Bivol landed 33 power punches over the first 6 rounds, while Beterbiev landed 23. In the final 6 rounds, the Russian-Canadian fighter delivered an impressive total of 67 power punches, with 29 of those strikes occurring in rounds 11 and 12. Meanwhile, Bivol managed to land 51 power punches, but only 19 of those were in the last 2 rounds. Beterbiev's command in the closing rounds likely tipped the scales, swaying 2 judges to rule in his favor. However, the decision sparked widespread discontent, with many voicing their frustration. At the forefront of the backlash was Bivol's promoter, Eddie Hearn, the co-owner of Matchroom Boxing, who was unsurprisingly vocal in his disapproval. Eddie Hearn talked about the 116-112 score that favored Artur Beterbiev while speaking on DAZN. He said, "In one of the biggest fights of our generation, the most important fight of Dmitry Bivol's life, you give him 4 rounds? Breaking down the score, where the winner of a round earns 10 points and the loser 9, Beterbiev secured victory in 8 of the 12 rounds. Afterward, he referenced a pivotal moment from the bout. Hearn said, "It's disgusting. You heard Beterbiev's corner in the 10th round. They told him, you have to knock him out to win this fight." This meant that even the 39-year-old's team knew he didn't have a chance of winning solely based on the judges' scores. But ultimately, he did. Hearn's reaction? He said, "I'm absolutely baffled and disgusted." As opposed to the third judge's score, according to which Beterbiev won 8 rounds, Sean Porter believed it to be the other way around. and it only lasted 10 rounds. Porter wrote on Twitter, "Call me crazy, but I got it 8-2 Bivol," in response to the team of the current undisputed champion urging him to eliminate Bivol. Based on Bivol's effective strikes and combos, it appears that he also gave him the rounds. Bivol dominated the early rounds, but Beterbiev surged as the fight progressed, gaining momentum in the later stages. Several rounds were razor close, leaving room for debate, yet the judges appeared to favor Beterbiev. Though approaching 40, Beterbiev kept up relentless forward pressure throughout the fight, allowing him to narrowly claim the tighter rounds against Bivol. The judges appeared to favor his aggression. After receiving instruction from his corner in the 10th round, Beterbiev went for the kill after winning all of the championship rounds. Finally, after calling the bout good, Terence Crawford sought the fans' thoughts. "That was a good fight, but who did y'all have winning?" he asked. Few experts predicted that Beterbiev would prevail either before or after the fight, but he proved them wrong. Whether the two boxers will run it back is still up in the air. However, based on their comments, it appears that they are intrigued. Though both fighters showcased impressive talent, the bout has stirred speculation among fans about a potential rematch, especially given the uncertainty surrounding any existing rematch clause. The scorecards reflected a division among the judges. One saw the bout as a draw, but the other two leaned toward Beterbiev, awarding him the unanimous decision victory. Beterbiev's unyielding pressure and punishing combinations overwhelmed Bivol, who, despite showing grit, found it difficult to shift momentum as the rounds wore on. Bivol, celebrated for his composure and technical mastery, accepted the loss with grace. He praised Beterbiev post-fight, openly recognizing the skill and determination his rival had displayed in the ring. "Artur fought a great fight tonight. Congratulations to him and his team," Bivol said, displaying the sportsmanship that has earned him respect throughout his career. In the meantime, Beterbiev showed interest in a possible rematch, implying that, should the proper deal come along, a second bout might be on the horizon. With this victory, Beterbiev solidifies his perfect record and solidifies his reputation as one of the most fearsome punchers in the sport. Amid lingering doubts over a formal rematch clause, the post-fight buzz hints that both fighters are keen on a potential second showdown. A rematch between Beterbiev and Bivol would undoubtedly draw widespread attention, fueled by the high stakes and the electrifying intensity of their initial clash. For the time being, fans must remain patient to find out if the two champions will face off in the ring once more. Regardless of whether a rematch clause was included in their initial agreement, interest in a second bout is on the rise, with both Beterbiev and Bivol appearing eager to resolve their rivalry definitively.
I think about rematch, we should ask boxing fans, do they want this rematch? Yes. If they want, I would like to give this rematch, and I would like to get this chance, of course, again.
Football sensation Neymar Jr. captured the spotlight after unexpectedly stepping in as a peacemaker at the boxing showdown between Artur Beterbiev and Dmitry Bivol. The Brazilian icon became embroiled in a whirlwind of excitement when Chris Eubank Jr. celebrated his knockout win against Camille Seremeta. Tensions escalated dramatically when Eubank Jr.'s fierce rival, Conor Benn, charged into the ring, intent on confronting Next Gen. Eubank Jr. delivered a dominant performance, achieving a decisive 7th-round stoppage over Seremeta. Right from the opening round, Eubank Jr. demonstrated his prowess by sending Seremeta to the canvas with a precise flurry of punches, firmly establishing his dominance throughout the match. Although Seremeta displayed commendable toughness, he found it difficult to penetrate Eubank Jr.'s formidable jab and sharp strikes. By the 5th round, it became evident that Eubank Jr. was firmly in command, delivering powerful body shots and fluid combinations that had Seremeta on the back foot. As the fight unfolded, Eubank Jr. showcased his defensive prowess, skillfully evading incoming blows and responding with rapid-fire counters. In the 7th round, he sent Seremeta to the canvas once more with a barrage of punches, leading the referee to call a stop to the bout.
I've got to be honest, I don't pay a lot of attention. I've given my opinion of him, you know. He builds himself as the next generation, and he's 35 years of age. And you know, he had an opportunity to fight in a major fight to find out, you know, to me, how good he is against Hamza or Denzel Bentley. Both really good fights. We'll see.
Well, you mentioned on the topic.
He's not that. His dad had been retired for 3 years by now. At his age.
That's mad, isn't it?
Yeah. And he'd had 20 world title fights.
Yeah. Is it a bit of a what if with his career?
Not for me, it's not.
True.
It's who gives a f***?
As Eubank reveled in his triumph, Ben strode in, boldly proclaiming he would take Eubank down within 3 rounds. Tensions flared swiftly, igniting a fierce exchange of words between the two fighters. Security scrambled to manage the escalating conflict, but the scene shifted dramatically when Neymar stepped in. The football star sought to defuse the situation, drawing the crowd's focus as he attempted to cool tempers on both sides. Eubank Jr. voiced his enthusiasm for the long-anticipated showdown with Ben, a bout that has been in the works since 2022. The initial match was scrapped following Ben's positive drug test. Neymar Jr. has been sidelined since sustaining a knee ligament injury while representing Brazil during World Cup qualifying on October 18, 2023. In January, Al Hilal decided to deregister him due to this season-ending setback, allowing them to make room on their roster for Renan Lodi. Just before an intense showdown that felt like a back-and-forth brawl, an unexpected deviation from standard procedure occurred. Ultimately, Beterbiev claimed the title of undisputed light heavyweight champion of the world, winning by a majority decision. The man picked to go out first was the Russian-Canadian, who had held 3 belts going into the night. When it comes to entering the ring, the first person into the arena usually has the same honor. However, this time, an announcement made without explanation stated that Bivol would intervene ahead of his opponent. With 23 wins from 23 fights, including 12 knockouts, he was the WBA light heavyweight champion going into the eagerly anticipated match. In contrast, Beterbiev had won all 20 of his prior fights via knockout. That made him the sole active boxing champion with a perfect stoppage record, and he disregarded the customary glamour of these events when he entered the ring. After Bivol, rather than dressing brazenly, he chose to wear an old Fred Perry t-shirt. Once the bout commenced, neither fighter held back, unleashing their full potential in an exhilarating 12-round showdown that exceeded all expectations. There was more to the fight's strange buildup than just the break from protocol. Performers such as Ciara, Missy Elliott, and Busta Rhymes showcased their talents. Then, Beterbiev, 39, and Bivol, 33, busted a gut in an effort to keep their records read undefeated on their resumes. One record was lost by Beterbiev, his flawless record in knockouts. However, that small blemish paled in comparison to his remarkable accomplishment of becoming the division's first undisputed champion since Roy Jones Jr., 22 years earlier. As mentioned before, both boxers have voiced their interest in signing on for a rematch, a fight that fans are eager to see once more. With the buzz surrounding their previous bout still strong, this matchup has all the ingredients to be a blockbuster and seems like the most logical next step. It ticks all the boxes, from a business standpoint to an intriguing storyline, unless, of course, another challenger from a lower division steps up once again.
It's like experience for me, you know. Be honest, I don't think I'm great boxer. I'm not bad boxer. Even Muhammad Ali lost fights, you know, and he's best boxer in the world, like for history, you know. And I'm not thinking about these things. I think it's not for me, about me.
Well done.
It's experience.
Canelo Alvarez is no longer the undisputed champion at 168 pounds. While questions have been raised about his recent choice of opponents, one thing is certain. He wants his rivals to engage in battle, not conserve their energy between rounds. The Mexican champion aims to deliver an exciting performance, and a showdown with Artur Beterbiev would be a win-win for all involved. At 34, Alvarez has the chance to make history by becoming the undisputed champion in another division, where Beterbiev's knockout power has left many fighters in the dust. But that's not all. Defeating Beterbiev would also help Alvarez avenge his loss to Dmitry Bivol. For Beterbiev, it would mark the biggest payday of his career, and regardless of the outcome, it could set him up for a comfortable retirement. The question remains, will the reigning champion take the risk or opt for a smoother path? David Benavidez is the WBC light heavyweight mandatory challenger and the first in line to test Beterbiev's reign. At 27, Benavidez brings a familiar fighting style to the table, one Beterbiev is well acquainted with, and the champion would likely welcome the opportunity to defend his title against him. But why? First, the Mexican monster is still relatively new to the division and needs time to adjust to its unique challenges. Secondly, if matched with Beterbiev, Benavidez would no longer enjoy the size or power advantage he typically holds. From a stylistic standpoint, this could make the fight somewhat easier for Beterbiev. However, much depends on how the stars and promoters align, as Benavidez is scheduled to fight on a December card and is still establishing himself at 175 pounds. In the meantime, Beterbiev may simply turn his attention to the rankings or consider other high-profile matchups.
Canelo, when I spoke to you at the Golovkin press conference, I asked you, what's your goal for this year? And you said, Bivol rematch. I'm obsessed
success with the Bivol rematch.
Yeah.
Now, what's the goal? It's changed a little bit.
You know, I try, but he started asking for other things and this and that and make everything hard for me. And then, you know, I think the best option for me is move and start working with PBC. I think it's a lot of good fights here in PBC.
No more rematch?
Why not? Yeah, I like to have that rematch, but right now we can't do that, right?
Make sure to check out some of our other videos on the screen if you enjoyed this one.